biodiversity conservation. Conservation of biodiversity is protection, upliftment, and scientific management of biodiversity so as to maintain it at its threshold level and derive sustainable benefits for the present and future generation. Conservation are of two types: in situ conservation and ex situ conservation. In situ conservation. In situ conservation method in which organisms are protected in their natural habitats. Examples of in situ conservation includes wildlife sanctuary, national parks, community reserves, biosphere reserves, sacred groves, and ecological hotspots. Wildlife sanctuary. These are forest areas declared as protected area to prevent the extinction of wildlife by protecting the ecosystem. Pepara, Periyar, Wayanad, etc. are examples of wildlife sanctuaries in Kerala. National parks. National parks are decided to protect wildlife along with the protection of historical monuments, natural resources, and geographical features of an area. Iravikulam, Silent Valley, Anamudichola, Madighattanchola, and Pambadanchola are the national parks in Kerala. Community reserves. Community reserves, the areas protected with the participation of public. These are ecologically important places located in populated areas. Kadalundi Community Reserve, spread over the districts of Malappuram and Kozhikode, is an example for community reserves. Biosphere reserves. They are vast regions designed with an aim to protect world's important ecosystem, biodiversity, and genetic resources. Biosphere reserves like the Nilgiris and Agasthyarkudam include areas belonging to Kerala too. Sacred groves. These are small areas of biodiversity protected in regions inhabited by human beings. Due to changes in lifestyle, many of these, which are highly biorich, have been destroyed. Only a few are remaining. Now, sacred groves play an important role in the conservation of water in the region too. Ecological hotspots. Ecological hotspots are areas reaching endemic species but facing the threat of habitat destruction. Each hotspot is ecologically very important area of biodiversity. Out of the 34 hotspots all over the world, 3 of them are in India. They are the Western Ghats, Northeastern Himalayas, and the Indo-Burma region. Ex situ conservation. Ex situ conservation method in which organisms are protected outside their natural habitats. Examples of ex situ conservation includes zoological gardens, botanical gardens, and gene banks. Zoological gardens. Zoological gardens are conservation centers where different varieties of animals are protected and housed separately at where necessary arrangements are made available for their reproduction. Zoological gardens also function as conservation centers of organisms which have become extinct in world. There are zoological gardens at Thiruvananthapuram and Thrissur in Kerala. Botanical gardens. These are wild research centers where rare and important plants of diverse species are protected. We can identify many plants and get more information about them by visiting a botanical garden. Jawaharlal Nehru Tropical Botanical Garden and Research Institute, Palodu in Thiruvananthapuram and Malabar Botanical Garden in Kozhikode are examples. Gene banks. These are research centers which facilitate to collect seeds and gametes to preserve them for a long time. Organisms can be recreated out of them whenever required. Rajiv Gandhi Center for Biotechnology at Thiruvananthapuram is an example. Many of the actions that have been taken to conserve biodiversity and promote its sustainable use have been successful in limiting biodiversity loss. Rates of loss are now lower than they would have been in the absence of such actions.